Hey, what's up? Today, I want to share with you some new research that I just learned on how to increase your sales 20 to 40%. And you're probably thinking it's going to be some wording tactic, but it's actually not. It is to be optimistic. And my mind was blown when I read this research that basically there was a study a while back showing that people that were optimistic, people in sales that were optimistic, had a 20 to 40% increase in overall results. And so I wore my Choose Happy hoodie to share this with you. And I want to give you just some techniques or things to think about to increase your optimism, also some things not to do, and leave you with a little bit of inspiration. So the first, most important thing is to be around positive people. Surround yourself with positive people. So this means join a networking group of entrepreneurs who have awesome, positive attitudes, who are in the arena, who are growing with you. If you are being mentored by someone for your business, make sure that person is also in the arena fighting for the next thing. If the person mentoring you is not necessarily working or actively trying to grow their business, then I want you to really consider if that is an awesome influence for improving your optimism. The third tip is going to be to unfollow or leave toxicity. I've had 3 incidents over the past week in which I have clients who were making sales, leading people, seeing huge wins, and were down and sad and discouraged about their future. And there was one common thread amongst these 3 individuals, and that is they were part of and reading responses in what I would call a toxic Facebook group. People that were in there looking to point fingers at why they were not successful. And what I think is so interesting is that if optimism, right, so the people creating these super negative threads are not doing well, right? Well, what the research shows is that 20 to 40% increase in sales if you're optimistic. So is it any wonder that these people are seeing struggles if they're so negative and cynical and all that? And so what was happening is my clients were getting dragged down. Their optimism was going away. And so we were in danger of their results being impacted as well. So if you are in any sort of circle that is toxic and negative, run, get out. Those people do not pay your mortgage. They do not pay for your kids' college. They do not pay for your retirement. You need to get away from them. Find a real hobby in your downtime. So this is tip number 4. When I am bored or tired, then I might start scrolling through Facebook. And then I see a bunch of ads from marketers that learned how to create fear of missing out, making me feel like I needed to do something different than what I was already doing in order to be successful. Now, I do write ads, and I understand the power of them, and not all ads are bad. I think ours are very, very nice. We work really, really hard to not write ads that create fear of missing out or create shame or anything like that. But not everybody has those same ethical standards. And so I find myself feeling more and more negative the more time I look at things that are designed to make me feel negative so that I buy something. So watch your Facebook time, get a real hobby. So my real hobby right now is watching Madam Secretary. We're in the last season. And so when I watch that, I'm not thinking about what additional things am I missing out on in my business. I am thinking about how glad I am I'm not the Secretary of State, which is a really hard job, and I become really grateful for the work that I do. And then the 5th thing to increase your optimism, which thereby will increase your sales, is to write down 3 impacts per day. And this is a drum I've been beating really, really hard for the past maybe month. Write down the 3 humans in your life that you positively impact on a daily basis. Put names to them. Be connected with your purpose. Remember that you make a difference. And the more you focus on the difference that you're making, the less you're going to focus on maybe the difference you're not making, or how maybe it's just not enough. You'll be seeing that your impact is enough, it is strong, it is awesome, which will increase your optimism. Some things to stop doing. I mean, really the biggest thing is just get away from anybody who is toxic, who is not in the arena fighting for the similar goals that you are. They don't have to be in your same company. They don't need to be in your same business. They can even not be entrepreneurs at all. But if they are trying to make a difference in their life and in the lives of others and trying to do excellent work and do a good job, then they're probably the type of person that you want to hang out with, even if they're not in your company. And I think it's so important that you have relationships everywhere, inside your company, outside your company, say in the industry, outside in the world, is super critical. So I have a couple of quotes. Oh, you know what? I'm going to give you one more bonus tip. This is something our family does every night. And if you know me well, you might be surprised at how mushy a feeling-ish this is. But there's science to back it. So we implement it in our family to maximize our performance, of course. And so when we go to bed at night, the girls will crawl into our bed and we will each share 3 things that we're grateful for that day. And this is a practice we've been doing for quite a while. And it's amazing how much that improves our optimism as a family, even when 1 or 2 of us is having a rough day. So that's something that you can do to increase optimism for your family, in addition to what you can do for yourself. A couple quotes I want to leave you with. Number 1, people inspire you or they drain you. Pick them wisely. And this is a quote by Amy Poehler. I want to be around people that do things. I don't want to be around people anymore that talk or judge about what people do. I want to be around people who dream and support and do the things. So invest your time in optimism and being surrounded by optimistic people, and I am sure you are going to see a massive increase in your business and in your joy.